Hey, this is Zinni Abraham, Mr. Gingras. I am a YouTube partner. I've been on YouTube since April of 2006. I've been a YouTube partner since roughly May, April of 2008. And I've noticed something of late, though it's not the first time this has occurred, but it's more frequent, where on Google News, if I happen to search for a subject or a person, that a YouTube video of that subject will appear as the news of the day, and if you click on that link, it goes right to the YouTube video. In other words, it doesn't go to the page of a news website. It goes right to that YouTube video. And I've covered, even though my background's in urban planning and urban economics, with some programming classes here and there, and then of course I learned programming to create my other games, but that's another story. But the bottom line is that I created my media company, and over the course of time I've covered 2 Democratic National Conventions, the NFL draft for the last 10 years straight, several NFL owners meetings, several tech events like the first Tech Crunch Disrupt in New York, the Crunchies, Macworld, Ad Tech, this tech, that tech, you name it. And I've been to YouTube Community Roundup several times. First time in 2009 in San Francisco. Let me cut to the chase. How is it that as a creator, I go about getting my YouTube videos on Google News if my news website is not on Google News? And because I checked the persons on YouTube who are creators who had something to say. I think the latest person today came out after 23 years, and she came out and she has a subscription base of 3 million. But for a person like me who might have a comment on the Warriors and the NBA Finals, you can get only a low position for what I have to say about the NBA Finals, or news that I have to report about the NBA Finals, not about myself. What is going on here? Because when I go and I sign up as a publisher, it asks me to put my website in, and my website's a blog aggregator, so I know that because of its design, Zenny62.com is not eligible for Google News. I know that. That's why I started a new blog called worldnewsmedianet.com. But the point that I'm making is, why is it set up to where some YouTube videos and some YouTubers, if they put out something, it goes on Google News, and they don't have news websites? Whereas others, like myself, who are creators who actually cover the news, report the news. I've interviewed more elected officials and more candidates in Oakland politics than anybody in history using YouTube. I should say made more YouTube videos of that style than anyone in history. How come I don't get on Google News? The first time I broached a question something like this, it was to Marissa Mayer in 2010 at TechCrunch Disrupt New York, when she was a top Googler, as you remember. And she said it's the algorithm. And then I found out it's not actually the algorithm. Let me explain. At that time, I was posting at sfgate.com, the news website of the San Francisco Chronicle, as part of the City Brights program. In fact, I made more page views than any other person on the City Brights program by far. I'm responsible for 1/4 of the page views total the City of Brights program had generated until its end approximately 2.5, 3 years ago. Now, at the same time that I was posting there at SFGate, which is on Google News, right? I was taking the same content and putting it on my blogger blog which was then zenny2005.blogspot.com. And so I made a comment in an email to Hunter Walk, who had come to know, who was then with Google. He's now since went on to start his own venture firm. And I said, hey, can you bring it up to the Google News team why my Blogger blog can't be on Google News? And he goes, it's a great point, I'll do that. And he did, and the next thing I know, lo and behold, boom, my content from my Blogger blog, which isn't supposed to be possible, right? Okay? The permalink's not supposed to allow that because of its design, right? Excuse me, Google News isn't supposed to allow that because of the design of the permalink on Blogger, right? Bingo! It's on Google News, which led me to believe that the algorithm could be gotten around. And what is an algorithm but a programmatic expression of someone's opinion or policy, right? That's it. That is completely it. So, once again, here we are with a somewhat similar situation. The bottom line is, instead of the machine actually, working behind the scenes, it's almost as if someone's pushing a button saying, I want that and I want that. But then the party line is, oh, there is no button, it's just the machine. There's no person, right? It's just the machine. Can you work to eliminate that so that it really seems like a fair playing field, a truly fair playing field, so that if I interview William Shatner at Comic-Con or someone else, that it becomes Google News so that I have a shot? That's all I'm asking for. How do I get in that as a person who's been a long-time contributor of content to the system? Way back when it was small, way back in 2006, way back when some people thought that Blip TV was going to be bigger than YouTube, way back before YouTube was bought by Google. Just a question. Thanks a lot.